What up, y'all? This is Tracy from Nerd Squish, and today we're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights 34 announcements and updates. Ladies and gentlemen, over this past weekend of June 20th through the 22nd, there was a little con you may know called Spooky Empire because, once again, Orlando just gets everything fun. Everything. Like, it's rude, honestly, because here I am over in Texas, dusty Texas. What do I have? I have tortillas and bad seafood. I digress. With Spooky Empire, we had a Halloween Horror Nights panel, and we got some juicy details of the things that we can expect to see at Halloween Horror Nights 34. So let's get into these details. So the first thing that was discussed in the panel is the overall theme of Halloween Horror Nights 34. Now this year we're not necessarily going to have an icon, but this overarching theme that just crawls through every inch of Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, we're gonna be immersed into what they call the conservatory. Think of Gothic architecture, stained glass, gargoyles, and creeping vines. So this is the environment that the event lives in this year. If you're struggling to picture this, just look at the Five and Dime in Universal Studios, where they're selling like the merch. As the announcements are rolling out, they're putting out themed merch. And if you've seen pictures, if you've seen footage of it, it's very much like that classic Gothic spooky atmosphere. You know, we've got the stone walls and this statue man and vines and creepy things and ravens, and it's beautiful and it's Gothic and we love it. So again, as soon as you enter into those gates at HHN, and no matter which turn you take, you are going to follow this path of spooky, Gothic atmosphere and music, and you can't escape it. During the Spooky Empire panel, they they really stressed the immersiveness of this theme. They're describing this in a way that seems as immersive as things like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and new things in Epic Universe like Dark Universe and Super Nintendo World. So again, this is so immersive. We're not just talking about the front gates and one little area and maybe a show. Everything is going to kind of come under this spooky Gothic theming. One of those being one of the latest house announcements. So our first original house of the year is El Artista, a Spanish haunting, and is described as follows. In 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves into an isolated country manor for inspiration, but the art comes alive and possesses him. So what we have here is we have a down on his luck artist named Sergio Navarro, and he's looking for inspiration, okay? He's trying to get inspired to do his art again. So he goes into this manor in the middle of the woods that's called, I'm probably gonna say this wrong, La Casa en Creación? No, that's not right. La Casa de Creación? I don't know. See, when I say Spanish, it just kind of turns into French. You know, I mean, look, let's be honest, I could barely speak English, so anyway, it's the Creation House. That's what it translates to. However, he doesn't know the full history of this house. You see, it's infested with spirits of the artist that came before him, and all these spirits and this evil stuff slowly starts to take over Sergio's mind. This causes him to paint and create these horrific pieces of art because the spirits are using his artwork as a portal to enter into our world. And if you're wondering, Tracy, you said this was connected to the whole theme. Where is it? Well, guess where all the evil is rooted in the house? The conservatory. When this house was first announced, I was not excited about it, I'll be honest, because it felt like a compilation of a few different houses that we've seen the past couple of years, and it didn't feel fresh. But after kind of delving into the details, and then also seeing the scare actor come out on stage at the Spooky Empire panel, I'm in. I'm all in on this house. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. Our second original of the year was not announced at Spooky Empire, but it was announced today as I'm filming this on Monday, June. I should know the date. I think it's the 23rd. Cross-reference, it is the 23rd. So, you know, we're just rolling them out. I'm hoping that they don't do this every day for the rest of the week like they did last year, where it was just like, boom, announcement, because your girl was tired. But our second original house of the year is Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunter, and it is described as follows. In this Old West town, all hell is breaking loose. Red-hot lava demons are trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. Did you go to HHN last year? Does this house sound familiar? That's right, this house was one of the B horror movies featured in Slaughter Cinema 2 at Halloween Horror Nights last year. Only this time, it doesn't have to share the screen. Now, for those of you that are like, Slaughter Cinema 2? What? Let me explain. Slaughter Cinema is a concept that we've seen at Halloween Horror Nights twice. Both of these houses were essentially you going to a drive-in and watching a marathon of B horror movies. It's fun, it's cheesy, and they had some super cool movie ideas in this anthology house. And sometimes when the concepts are just way too cool, they get their own house, much like Hatchet and Chains. Our two main characters are, of course, Hatchet, a demon that uses his violent tendencies for good, and Chains, a professional demon hunter that wields a rope of infernal devil-binding metal. Devil hunting in the Wild Wild West? Say less, I'm in. You know this one is gonna have super cool character designs and fun Western sets, and I can't wait. So here we are in late June. We have 4 official announcements with 2 IPs and 2 original houses. So it's looking like this year we are gonna get a 5-5 split. And what I mean by that is I think we're gonna have 5 IPs, well-known characters, franchises you know and love, and 5 houses that are completely original concepts brought to life by Universal and Halloween Horror Nights creatives. But let's circle back to this overall theming, this gothic conservatory theming. Because this, along with things that they said in the panel, really just makes me realize that we are truly getting a 5-5 split, which I'm so excited about. But they released a piece of merch that was an acrylic little frame, and as announcements are made for franchises or IPs, you'd get a little acrylic character, and he would just lock in to the little frames, and there was 5 altogether. As of right now, the only acrylic characters that have been out in the shops for you to buy have been the Ghoul from Fallout and Jason Voorhees. So that means we still have 3 IPs to go. Now, again, I am not officially saying Five Nights at Freddy's. I understand. They posted about it on Instagram. It's very mystically, cryptically on the website. But if you pay attention, all the other things, like they say, haunted house. Five Nights at Freddy's was not treated the same way as these 2 other franchises, okay? We had cryptic announcement, not really right out, saying a haunted house. It's worded differently on the website, and we never had a merch release. We never had a little acrylic character to put in our stained glass gothic window. So I'm not taking it as an official announcement until that happens. I am actually super, super excited that this looks like it will be a 5-5 split year, because I just get so pumped for the IPs. And I say that, look, original houses, some of them have been my favorite houses of all time, but there is something about stepping into the world of your favorite movie or TV show and just being immersed into that story. Like, you can't, it's just so good. So the fact that we have an even split, perfection. So be on the lookout for 3 more IP houses and 3 more original houses, along with scare zones and all the other details of Halloween Horror Nights 34. And when those do drop, I'll be here to give you all the details. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so when new videos hit the channel, you'll be notified. And as always, thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you nerds in the fog! My bracelet's really loud.